perhaps you could share kind of some good project examples where you've used PDRI and worked with the clients.
Sure. Actually, that's a great question. One comes to mind. It was a brand new council. And so they came in and they really wanted to make an impression. And one of the things that they had promised was to be more responsible in terms of spending on capital projects. And so as a result of that, they wanted to do things a little bit differently. They brought us in and we did a PDRI on one of the biggest projects they were working on, which was their water treatment facility. And they had been working on the project already for about a year. And doing the PDRI was the first time that the whole project team was brought together in one room, and it was fantastic, the discussions they were having. So they had done a lot of work, they had done a lot of great work, and they actually scored quite well. However, and this is the experience that I've had, no matter how well people score, there are always nuggets that come out of the exercise. And there were two that were particularly interesting. One was a simple one. Of course, a water treatment plant is really close to the river. And there was a bicycle path that goes right along the river. And the bicycle paths are a tourist attraction. And they, in their planning, had just assumed, well, they'll just put some of the equipment here. And the bicycle path was right in the middle of where some of the work was going to go. And the communications person was part of this PDRI, and she immediately picked up on this and said, you cannot do that. This will be a PR disaster. And it was the easiest thing to change. They just modified the plans a little bit and really averted a PR disaster. So that was one that came out, which I think surprised a lot of people. The other thing was they had to change a lot of the equipment. And an engineer had made the assumption that because it was proprietary equipment, that they had to go sole source. Well, this also came up in the PDRI, and immediately procurement got involved. And what happened after the PDRI, the project manager, procurement, and the engineering team, the contractor, the three of them worked together and were able to come up with a list of vendors. And even if it was a long lead item, because they had done this in the planning process, they were able to source out this equipment, and they saved the project a lot of money.